and gentlemen. The last two papers that I had the pleasure of listening to both referred to that magical business word, growth. And the subject that I've chosen is the challenge of sustainable growth. And I think as I look at the slogan for this series of meetings, vision and mission of chemical industries, I think that the example I will give is one company's view of a vision and their mission being a world leader in the chemical industry. In fact, I'm honoured to be with you to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Korean Institute of Chemical Engineers, and to be given this important opportunity to share with you some thought on the challenges towards sustainable business growth. In July 19 this year, Dupont celebrated its 200th anniversary. That's 200 years old. We're proud of our 200-year history of science and innovation. In fact, this makes us one of the most sustainable industrial companies anywhere in the world. That is sustainable in the sense of longevity. As we ask others and ourselves, what has been the most important factor in this sustainability, we find the answers fall into two categories. The first is an unwavering commitment to our core values of safety and health, ethics, fair treatment of people, and environmental stewardship. The second is our commitment to scientific discovery in a way that turns this discovery into value that is accepted and sought after by society. To go back to the foundation of Dupont, known as global leader in the chemical industry, would be helpful for you to understand how Dupont started and has been taking its exciting journey for 200 years. Dupont was founded in 1802 by French immigrant E.I. Dupont as a small family operation manufacturing black powder for guns and blasting. In the early years, Dupont explosives helped the new nation build canals and railroads, ports and harbours, dams and mines. Dupont munitions also served the national needs during wartime. It was at this time Dupont's efforts towards safety began, as an early explosion wiped out half of Mr. Dupont's employees. Mr. Dupont paid pensions and provided homes for all the families of those killed, even though at the time there were certainly no laws that dictated he should do so. And this act alone almost sent the company into insolvency. The company's diversification into plastics, dyes and synthetic materials after 1900 matched new technologies to the needs of a complex and maturing society. DuPont's pioneering research yielded a host of new products like neoprene and nylon, and its service in the Manhattan Project in World War II helped bring that prolonged conflict to a decisive end. The post-war years brought sharp competition and high-stake global challenges. DuPont restructured its business and research efforts, mining science from useful discoveries in diverse fields like energy, health, electronics, specialty fibres, and biotechnology. Its international impact, reputation, and market reach grew as well. And when science helped galvanise the environmental movement, Dupont led industries worldwide to a renewed sense of stewardship for the Earth's resources. All these technologies and more coming from an experimental station that engages scientists from many backgrounds in a free and open atmosphere that is still in place today. Today, Dupont operates in more than 70 countries throughout the world, and its vision and impact are global. It is held to the core of enduring values, a deep taproot, drawing on a past to sustain the present and nurture the future. Harnessing fundamental discoveries in science to create value in world markets. Dupont people have transformed their company successfully for 2 centuries, making Dupont one of the most successful and sustained industrial enterprises in the world. The last 200 years has seen Dupont transform itself from a chemical company to a science and technology company, encompassing the traditional sciences of chemistry and engineering, as well as newer sciences of electronics and biotechnology. We continue to rely on science and technology to bring value to the various markets we serve. In fact, our corporate mission is sustainable growth. That's to increase shareholder and societal value while reducing our environmental footprint. That is the environmental impact that our operations and materials have on the world. We've identified 3 main pathways to ensure this mission of sustainable growth is achieved. These are integrated science, knowledge intensity, and productivity, all through people. Integrated science is the first of the 3 pathways that will help us become a sustainable growth company. In the 20th century, we learned how to combine physics and chemistry to create new materials such as nylon, Teflon, Lycra, and Kevlar. All of these helping to change the way people build, move, communicate, and clothe themselves. By the 1980s, it was apparent that at the molecular level, the sciences of chemistry and biology were beginning to overlap. And it occurred to us that our future opportunities would be as much in biology as in chemistry. We began to develop our capability in biotechnology. We see in these sciences enormous potential for meeting human needs and for making our future world even more sustainable. We're beginning to discover how to use renewable crop ingredients together with biological organisms to modify them, to make materials we couldn't make before, or to make exciting materials with reduced raw material and energy input. Products such as new soy, that's taking things that are good for us and ensuring that they can be used by more people. And if you refer to the chart, taking this item of soy, making it so that people like to take it, and then taking its functionality and broadening that into other items, such as you see here, processed meats, food bars, beverages, etc., etc. We're already commercialising a new kind of very high quality fibre that will eventually use cornstarch as a raw material for a key ingredient. We'll market this new polymer under the Sonara brand. Our merger with Pioneer, the world's leading seed company, was a major step in our overall strategy to integrate biology into our science and technology base. We're even now testing biodegradable packaging with people like McDonald's. You'll remember the old clam-shaped polystyrene container that was banned because of its undesirable effect on the environment. Well, now with a couple of hundred chains in one geographic location, we're testing this new product that's completely biodegradable. I think this is a good point to emphasise the overall importance of biotechnology for industry and for society. Even if it weren't part of the Dupont Science Toolkit, as a science company, we would still endorse the need to explore this incredibly promising and powerful scientific tool. I encourage all of us to remain open-minded and supportive of biotechnology. In the new century, biotechnology will be a critical enabling technology for responding to a whole range of human needs sustainably. But our intention is not to become a biotech company. We are a science company. Polymer technology still accounts for over half of our annual returns. We believe the synergy among classical chemical technologies and the new biology, information science, and emerging fields in electronics and nanotechnology together offer the most opportunity for meeting human needs and creating wealth for our shareholders in a sustainable manner. Our goal is to use this belief and continue growing by increasing the percentage of sales from products introduced in the last 5 years. Our second pathway to sustainable growth is knowledge intensity. That is, adding more knowledge content to what we sell. For example, Dupont has entered an agreement with Simply Engineering Corporation of Ontario to provide some of our engineering know-how on the internet. Simply Engineering is a web-based provider of engineering knowledge. Dupont has more than 2,000 guidelines and engineering programs that encompass every facet of operating a plant. Simply Engineering will host our copyrighted corporate engineering guidelines, calculations and models, and make the material available on the website for licensing to global clients. While we are generating new revenue on the internet, the agreement will also allow us to streamline our own work practices by making our engineering information available online for our own users, preferred vendors, contractors and partners. Dupont is also known around the world for its leadership in workplace safety, as I alluded to, coming from a very early heritage. Today, this knowledge is a business trademarked as Safe Returns. And in 2001, last year, we've added companies totaling over 30,000 employees to the Dupont Safe Returns environment. How does this make us more sustainable? Simply, it's by generating more value with less stuff. We make our company more sustainable. At Dupont, we've created a metric called Shareholder Value Added per Pound of Production, or SVA per pound. SVA is the shareholder value created above the cost of capital. On a simplistic basis, shareholder value can be created with material or with knowledge. The higher the SVA per pound, the greater is the use of knowledge intensity, and the lower is the use of material intensity. All this, we think, creates value. Coupled with the more traditional financial measures, the SVA per pound metric provides an indicator of the long-term sustainability of different growth strategies. Our third strategic pathway is productivity. No company can afford not to be focused on productivity in today's marketplace. And as we heard previously, everyone sees the need to be doing it today. At Dupont, we've adopted Six Sigma methodology since 1999. As of today, we've over 200 Master Black Belts, over 1,000 Black Belts, and almost 9,000 Green Belts, working on just under 9,000 ongoing or completed projects. At the first stage, we focused on cost reduction. Now we are working on the concept of at customer, for customer. We're working for the customer's growth and increased share with our Six Sigma tool. Efforts to improve productivity, especially in operations, invariably result in increased SVA per pound, a decrease in raw material and energy use, or the elimination of waste. That's how productivity connects to sustainable growth. Nevertheless, I don't want to leave you with the impression that we have it all figured out. We're a long way from being sustainable. And because of that, I believe that it is valuable for a company to set itself stretch goals that will help it to the next level. At Dupont, we have 4 such goals, each with a target date of 2010. First, we've set a target to derive 25% of our revenues from non-depletable resources such as agricultural feedstocks. This is up from about 10% today and from 5% in our base year, 1998. Second, we will reduce our global carbon equivalent greenhouse gas emissions by 65% using 1990 as a base year. Based on projects we have completed, we expect to be at 60% reduction globally when our final numbers from the year 2000 are in. Third, we will hold total energy flat during using 1990 as a base year, thereby offsetting all production increases and corresponding improvements in energy efficiency. This is clearly a stretch goal, but is based on the fact that we were able to achieve similar results over the decade of the 90s. And fourth, we will secure 10% of our global energy use in the year 2010 from renewable resources. This appears to be a modest step, but actually represents a huge one for a company that is dependent almost exclusively on oil, natural gas and coal as its primary sources of energy. If our past experience is a guide, by the time we reach 2010, we will have a firm handle on these objectives and an understanding as to how we can surpass them and achieve more. However, we assume nothing. We set the bar as high as we possibly can now. Taking the next step in its transformation to a sustainable growth company, Dupont has aligned its businesses into 5 market and technology-focused growth platforms and announced the formation of a textiles and interiors global business unit in this year. The 5 growth platforms are Dupont Electronic and Communication Technologies, Dupont Performance Materials, Dupont Coatings and Colour Technologies, Dupont Safety and Protection, and Dupont Agriculture and Nutrition. The alignment will provide focus for the company to leverage across platforms for market access and technology extension to capture large market opportunities. Dupont is not a chemical company anymore. As a science company, electronics, biotechnology, material science, and safety and security businesses will be our future growth drivers, considering our outstanding capabilities and market opportunities. Our outstanding capabilities are science and technology, products and brands, channel strength, and global reach and experience. Our company is looking forward to a new century of growth and achievement, even as we are faced with many, many new challenges. Dupont is committed to providing solutions to global human needs. We are proud that our products help to feed, clothe, shelter, protect, and heal people around the world. They help people live happier, more productive, and more secure lives. We will continue to do this, and I think we will certainly do more and more towards our topic or our mission of sustainable growth in the decades ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's one example of one company in its vision and mission in this industry that we all proudly belong to, the chemical industry. I hope you found that enlightening and enjoyable, and I'd be happy in my remaining minutes to answer any questions that you may have.